My first show here was October 66. I moved here in January 67. Every 3-4 months, there'd be a Sonny and Cher concert or a Paul Revere and the Raiders, but there was no music scene that I could see. I had gone on a belated honeymoon with my first wife to San Francisco. It was 2 weeks before the Monterey Pop Festival. When I got home, I said, somehow, there's got to be some way to bring what I just saw in San Francisco to Denver. And I called Bob Cohen, one of the owners of the Family Dog in San Francisco. And I said, would you like to try and do something like that in Denver? So that's how the Family Dog was born. And when you look at just the first month of the Family Dog, Big Brother and the Holding Company, Quicksilver Messenger Service, Grateful Dead, The Doors, and Buffalo Springfield, Denver definitely grew up really quick. I was so many times in the right place at the right time. I'm the quintessential example of that. But the first quote-unquote on the map was the Denver Pop Festival in June of '69. That was something, man. I didn't know what it took to do a festival, but we had Jimi Hendrix, Creedence Clearwater, Iron Butterfly, Frank Zappa. On the second night, when Zephyr was on the stage, we got hit with a barrage of tear gas. After Mayor McNichols banned everything, you couldn't go anywhere except the Coliseum, but we managed to get back into Red Rocks July of '71. I told them that we had Jethro Tull and Ian Anderson was a flute player, but we had such a riot that night that did it for a long time, until I had to sue the city in '75 to get back in. I think I've done a little over 950 shows at Red Rocks. My first show, September 1st, 1968, I arrived at the same time as the act, Jimi Hendrix. And I looked up and I said, oh my Lord, they play music here? It was unbelievable. See, every other place is made by man. Red Rocks was made by God. It's almost a must play for any band. The acoustics are wonderful, the setting is wonderful. The fans, the energy they give out, the band senses that, and then they just give it back. It was always a destination. People would come from all over and meet their friends. Red Rocks is something special. We're really lucky to have that.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm Red Rocks welcome, please, from Dublin, Ireland,
It was one of the greatest moments of my history, and certainly Red Rocks' history. It was like a mini Woodstock with everything going wrong with sleep. Red Rocks was a cloud. It was terrible. But it turned out to be magnificent. Oh my God, with the marching and the flag and the fire burning from on top of the rocks. It was brilliant. Magic is a much overused term, but that night was magic. Now, if you talk to people who went, they'll swear millions. 4,400 people went. That's all that saw the show. Greatest show in the history of the rocks. I was reading the paper one day, and at the top it said, board to decide fate of symphony today. That was like in the spring of '89. I said, who are they to decide a city like Denver should or should not have a symphony? We had a big gala at McNichols Arena for the symphony. There was 13,000 people to see Tchaikovsky's Piano Concerto No. 1. And when I got the pleasure of saying, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Colorado Symphony Orchestra. When I started crying. Symphony, like anything else, has to be for the people. And we got the greatest fans in the world in this city. These fans built rock and roll here. I'm not a modest person, but I probably was the best ticket seller. The nitty-gritty of putting the rear ends in the seats, I did that, and the people were happy and I was happy. There was only one VIP to me. That's the person who bought the ticket. I did everything I could to make sure tickets were priced fairly, sound was good, and all the parents knew they could send their kids to a Fayline show. They didn't have to worry. I'm used to seeing fans thousands at a time from hundreds of feet away. When I do the book signings and they come and they tell you what it meant to them, I know they don't love me, they love the music, and I was the closest thing to it. My definition of successful is you do something that changes your environment for the better. You change the place you live. And thank God, I think I've done that. I'm really proud of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm